Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva. Welcome to Not So Random Chat. Happy Sunday, y'all. I tried and come on last night on Halloween, but I'm back tonight. I am back tonight. Now, I know I sound funny because I'm on the headset, but it's all good. Um, let me do my let me do my house cleaning, you guys, and put my thing out there. Hey, Miss Mahogany, so folks know that I'm on tonight. Come on through and chill. So I voted today, guys. I voted early. I voted today, and it was great because it was like nobody at the particular polling place that I chose. Because in the city that I'm in, I think there's like, I don't know, 10, somewhere between 5 and 10 different places that you can go. So I chose to go to this little school, and it was cool. I was in and out, able to vote I was done like within 15 minutes. I posted it on my IG and on my Facebook, that I voted, gave my little proof that I had voted, posted it out there. And I'm glad it's done. The only person in the house who still has to vote is my son. And we're going to take care of his voting tomorrow. Um, yeah, hey, Matt, we're going to take care of his tomorrow. Because we're gonna have it, make sure everybody has voted before Tuesday. We do not want to be part of the Tuesday crush. I know that in a lot of states there has been long lines. I know in some states they've already cut off the early voting, and so those voters that didn't. I think like in North Carolina North Carolina, I believe their cutoff was Friday, and so if they didn't vote early by Friday, then they have to wait until Tuesday. Thankfully, the state that I live in, California, the early voting goes all the way up to Super Tuesday. And this crazy retrograde that we're in will be over on Tuesday too. Because, y'all, it has been a madhouse across YouTube, across Black YouTube. And shouts out to one of my friends that runs one of the Black women empowerment channels, because she was talking and she said that this stuff was about to happen. I didn't believe her, but Kingston Curls girl, you were telling the truth. And then, y'all, so like, for those of you who don't, follow like all the different sectors, I follow a lot of different, Black women on YouTube. So over the last couple of days, the women that are in the Black women empowerment sector, the swirler community, and the divestment community have all been under attack. And basically, what it has been is that certain YouTubers targeted these bigger YouTubers to try to make themselves relevant. to try to make themselves relevant, and at the same time slandering other YouTubers who have good content. Just, just crazy, 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 crazy stuff. You know, I actually, I think I told you guys, I actually was in a chat where one of the femininity content creators got doxxed. Why are black women under attack on YouTube? And they're under attack by black women and under attack by black men. And it's like everybody's calling as somebody else. Everybody's trying to tear someone else down. It's just stupid, you know? So, I mean, the pink pill and Chrissy were over here minding their own damn business, and they got pulled into some mess. Totally disrespectful, and basically, I'd say that with Chrissy, her character and the intent of her channel was misrepresented. She's been on live like more in the last couple of days than I've seen her in months. Behind this BS. And I'm sorry to say that it appears that, they got some attention that they wanted, although I don't think it was the type of attention that they were trying to get. No, the doxing was done to JV Dessalines, aka Femininity Overload, in Chrissy's chat. And so they're thereby pulling Chrissy into some mess. But personally, this is just my personal opinion, everybody just needs to, kind of like do your own thing. Stop trying to pull other people into stuff to make yourself relevant. Build your own platform. Deal with it, deal with whatever's going on in the spaces. Don't go at other spaces and try to destroy other people's platforms to make yourself so important. That's crazy, because that's what's going on. That's what's going on. But meanwhile, out here in the real world, we're dealing with things like an election, like the pandemic that appears to be spiking back up. Thankfully, more people are able, the medical community is supposedly better prepared to deal with it on a go-forward basis. But, we're still in the mask on, mask off debate. Because there are many who think wearing the mask is a conspiracy and that the masks don't really do a damn thing. And then there are many who feel that the masks are potentially beneficial. But those who don't want a mask feel that by wearing the mask, you're weakening your immune system. But I don't know anybody that keeps on a mask all the time. I certainly don't. I certainly don't keep on a mask all the time. That would be ridiculous. And yeah, I do understand that, when we put on these masks, our bodies, immediately do think about the fact that, we can't breathe. So in general, unless you need to have on the mask, most of us pull it down so that we can breathe. Like if we're in a car by ourselves, we're not going to have the mask all the way up. That's ridiculous. But then there's so many people who don't wear masks in places where they're supposed to be wearing masks that I think that the behaviors of our country are going to drag out, you know, because we are treating this like it's the flu, and it's not the freaking flu. People are acting like this is just a flu strain. It's not a flu strain. It may act like a flu strain, but it's not the flu. Hey, Miss Pamela. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. But King David did come back home today from his weekend of celebrating his 25th birthday. He's passed out right now, so and unless when I get ready to end the broadcast, you guys probably won't get to see him tonight. So did everybody enjoy getting that extra hour back last night? And did you see how dark it got? How quick it got dark today? Tomorrow is going to freak some folk out, those who have to commute, because it's like dark by 4:30. It's dark by 4:30, and I swear that the state that I'm in, I could have sworn that California was trying to get out of this daylight savings time thing. Personally, I personally think that our country needs to stop doing daylight savings time. The reason that daylight savings time originally was about had to do with the farmers, to extend the day for the farming community. But since we as a country are not an agricultural country anymore, it's just stupid taking an hour from us playing father time, trying manipulating the clock. Because even though we're manipulating the clock, we're not really manipulating time. Time is still the same. We're just saying it's a different time than it really is. And I know that a large majority of this planet does this crazy daylight savings time thing. I guess it's our way of playing God. I can just say I remember the one time that the clocks went back. My son was actually born on the day when the clocks went back. So I was in labor at the hospital, ready to give birth to him, and I watched the clock go back. So born an hour later. Like if it was still daylight savings time, he would have been born at 11 in the morning. But actually, because he was born at the real time, because daylight savings time ended on his birthday, the day he was born, because he was born on a Sunday. Man, Miss Mahogany, it's been like crazy. You got big YouTubers going back and forth with small YouTubers. You got all kinds of misinformation that is going around, all kinds of rumors that are going around. Um, People's information is out there. You know, I was like early. I don't know. Do you guys know this new thing called? And it may not even be new, but I guess it's called stereo. Well, apparently in the beef sector, or in the gossip sector, or some of those other sectors, they take some of those conversations off of YouTube. They take the conversation off of YouTube and take it over there. And I was like, oh, this is new. I didn't know anything about it, but a lot of content creators have pages apparently over there on that stereo thing. And I guess they talk about things that they would not normally talk about on YouTube. It's not like Patreon. And I mean, I've thought about doing a Patreon, you guys, but I think for me, I'm gonna wait until once I am monetized, really monetized soon, you guys, because I am now less than 500 hours away. I'm almost to 3,600 hours right now, y'all. And so hopefully, like within the next week, I will have all my hours. I'm trying, y'all. I mean, I'm busting my butt. But um, once I get monetized and I have members only, then I would probably have like maybe members only conversations that would be like more serious. But you know, I don't know. I mean, what could I put on Patreon that I couldn't put on YouTube? Maybe if I talk about like some of the more controversial things that people are doing with their kids with autism, but CBD is 100% legal in the United States now, so I can talk about that on YouTube. I don't know. There's a couple of autism channels that have Patreon, and maybe I should subscribe to one of them and see what they're doing on Patreon. But right now, I don't. I think my main things is continuing to keep quality content on here, getting my merch together for the artsy autism mom and the purple paisley bin, and just doing that. What did Pam say? A guy broke both of his legs and arms. You went to a party yesterday in a boxing ring. Are you talking about the match last night? Is that what happened? The match that ended in the sixth round? CBD. I know CB. I know. Yeah, Steve Harvey has a CBD oil line out. Yeah, but see, he's looking at. I kind of deal with it strictly from the benefits it has for those on the autism spectrum. But I know a variety. It helps with pain. That's a lot of stuff that CBD helps with. You know. But I did hear that he had an oil line out. Oh wow. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's horrible. And it was at a party you guys were at last night. I thought we were talking about the boxing match that was on last night. The guy that won it in the boxing match that was on cable last night is from the DMV. His name is Devontae. I don't remember his last name, but he's like the first fighter from the DMV in a long time. I mean, a long time. The last person that I know out of the DMV is Sugar Ray Leonard, y'all. I mean, we not known for boxing. The Washington D.C. area is not known for boxing, but this young boxer out of the DMV won that match last night in 6 rounds. That's horrible that happened to your at your friend's house. Let me walk. I'm gonna walk across the room. Hopefully you guys can still hear me because I'm wireless, but I'm grabbing something out of the refrigerator. My soda. My my what is it? It's a Canada Dry. Yeah, I've got these AirPods now, you guys, that I'm utilizing for my broadcast when I'm on my phone, and I am ordering a wireless mic to use when I am broadcasting off of my computer. And you guys, I am looking at cameras now. I'm looking. And I've, kind of looked at a couple of different YouTubers' channels to see the different kinds of cameras that everybody is using and everything. So we'll see. I'm trying to upgrade. And as soon as I can figure out how to do it, you guys, I'm gonna come up with like a introduction to the not so random chat. Because I see how some people have like these intros into their live stream, and then they have these outros to their live stream. So I'm gonna figure out how to come up with one of those. Miss Mahogany, did the paramedics have to come for the guy? That just sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. Oh my goodness. That's making me think about that football player a couple of weeks ago that was injured on the football field, and they kept showing his leg twisted. Every time they talked about it, they showed it. And I was like, why do you guys keep showing that? It was reminiscent of when Joe Theismann, way back in the day, broke his leg and ended his football career. Ugh. Yeah, so y'all definitely probably had the paramedics come over there. God, that's crazy. That is crazy. I hope that a lot of people have voted by tomorrow. I really don't want there to be a bunch of people trying to vote on Tuesday. Now, here in California, they changed us to, the touchscreen voting as of the primaries this year. You know, real easy. And like when we went this time because of COVID, you know, you they give you hand sanitizer before you walk in, and they give you these gloves, and the gloves are that you can still touch the screen through it. But I remember in March that they had issues on the actual day because people procrastinated. But they're saying about 65% of people who normally vote have voted, but that's still not 65% of the total voting, you know, public. We need more than 65% of people to vote who are able to vote. We need like literally 80 to 90% of the voting population to vote. It has to be solid. And what I saw is that a lot of people today were bringing their mail-in ballots to the actual voting center because they're accepting them there too. People don't trust the voting boxes. Do some reactions on some music and break down the song. Oh, now that would be interesting, Miss Mahogany. Yeah. I know a lot of people did reactions to WAP. I wasn't gonna do one to that, but that would be interesting. It's like listen to different songs. You know who has a new album out and people are saying not to sleep on it? I'll Be Sure. They're saying he has a good song. I'm gonna have to go check that out. That would be, yeah, because I think it's a very different perspective. Because I'm not a millennial. You know, I'm like almost a baby boomer. Busta Rhymes went out. Y'all know he was on the Masked Singer. He was gone in the first round, though. I mean, Busta can't disguise his voice and stuff. Yeah, he was on there. He was the dragon. I think whoever is going to win the voice is going to be somebody that we're not going to figure out who they are. Everybody who's gotten kicked off, just about, we could tell who they were, except for Mickey Rourke, except for him. I knew it was an old man though. But like Wendy Williams, like who wouldn't know that was Wendy Williams? Who would not know her voice? She can't sing, and she wasn't trying to sing. I think she just was doing it. She was doing it because it was something that people would not expect her to do. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to try that, Miss Mahogany. Maybe find a song that you think I should react to. Find a song that you think I should react to. Then I'll actually do a react. Because I know how, like, when they do the reaction videos, they post that part in the beginning of their video about the copyright thing, so they don't get flagged. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight. Yeah, he was the lip. Now I have not figured out who the son is. The son could really sing. Um, yeah, the ones that are still in there, I haven't figured them out. They're not as easy. Like the last time, who didn't know that was Bow Wow? Who did not know that that was Bow Wow? Everybody knew the frog was Bow Wow. And even if the the judges didn't know that that was Candy, we knew that that was Candy Burrs. We were like, how the hell don't they know this is Candy Burrs? We know her voice, and we also know that people have dogged that girl unrighteously. You know, it's like it's the same voice y'all heard back in the day with Escape. Stop playing. That girl can sing, you know, and she's been making all of her money all of this year is writing songs for everybody else, you know. She ain't never been broke. She ain't never had to file bankruptcy like some other bigger singers who shall be nameless. Hey, Queen Maya. Bow Wow was sexually assaulted. You know what? That I know that was. They said that that happened to him. I remember like a a few years ago that there was some awful video floating around on YouTube, and they were saying that it was Bow Wow being, you know, and a dude doing him. If that has happened to him, a lot of stuff has happened to a lot of the male artists in hip hop and in R&B. A, a a lot of them. I'm telling you something. You know, I don't want to. See, I want to say this as carefully as I can say it. Because it's not. I'm not. It's not a slight against the LGBTQ community. However, within the music industry, there are a lot of people who are within the community, and some of them are in positions of power, and they misuse that power. They do. So it happens. I mean, I told you guys of the experiences that I had, and you know, I was grown, but I was just like, I had men coming at me, I had women coming at me, people trying to get me to compromise and stuff, and I was working with the same person who brought Brandy out. He wasn't involved in all of that stuff, but I'm saying this is the stuff that was going on in the industry. But then I got pregnant with my son, and I mean, I just wasn't going to compromise who I was. You know, you see, I got the that quote unquote look that they were looking for. I'm not fat. I'm a smaller girl. You know, they wanted the females to be very sexualized. Do you not notice that? It's not about their just about their talent, and some of them, compromise, and that's why you would see some singers who could really really sing, but they don't get very far because they weren't willing to do certain things. Well, if that's what happened to him, then shame on his mama for not protecting him. because I know they let, like, he went off to Atlanta and everything, and you know, I'm not saying anything about Jermaine Dupri because I have not heard anything about him per se, you know. And Jermaine Dupri, we got to remember, he came into this business as a kid himself, but that doesn't mean that the people who were around him might not have been, folks that could not be trusted, you know. But I mean, they just said the same thing about the entire group B2K. That's why all them dudes are all messed up, especially what, like Lil Fizz and what's the other one's name? A couple of them are just messed up. You know, I'll say that in the music industry, and I'll say it even now, it's probably even worse now. You just have to be. It is not really an industry for children. You know, and the things, it's just not an industry for kids. It's not an industry for kids. Y'all see how messed up Michael Jackson was? Why he was messed up behind this daggone industry. That's part of him being messed up. And I'm not going to just say not just the music. You look at the music, you look at the entertainment industry as a whole, and you look at the amount of people that started in the entertainment industry as children and how many of them survived into adult careers. I'm just saying, especially black ones. Because, like, think about it. Like on with different strokes, all of this is messed up. And sadly, the only one who's still alive is Todd Bridges. But he was out there doing drugs at one point. I think last time I checked, he was a drug counselor. And he came from a family, acting family. His brother acted, his sister acted. They all were acting. Hey, Quint, let's see what you guys are saying. It's crazy. There are a lot of sexual predators in the industry, and I'm telling you, like here in California, I still I got to look into it some more, but apparently they have some law has passed that now makes pedophilia to a certain extent legal with kids of a certain age. I'm just done. They're trying to normalize everything. You're not going to normalize grown men or grown women having sex with with kids, with boys or girls. I don't care how developed their freaking body is. Their mind is still a child. And it is not normal for you to be attracted to them. Not normal. Yeah, it's bad for kids all together. It really is. It's sad to say. You know, I think somebody touched Jodie Foster when she was a child. I really do. She grew up in the industry, but I think they messed with her as a child. Now, is that the reason that she is a lesbian? I don't know, but they were messing with those kids in the movie industry, and just because she was doing Disney movies does not mean she was protected. You know, does not mean she was protected. Exactly. Drew Barrymore was drinking and was a child smoker and alcoholic. At the age of 13, she she checked herself into rehab. She's 13, you know, and think about it. And she she was done after that. But I mean, she grew up in this business as well. She was around adults. They've been messing with kids forever. Yeah, Corey Haim. That man, that's just a sad story. The Coreys. One of the Coreys is still here. One of the Coreys is gone. That's just a sad story. Just a sad story. And I believe the Corey that's still here and the Corey that is gone. They were both saying it, and I believe they messed both of those boys up. I mean, he's a man now, but I believe that messed him up. You know, because you have to think about it. The majority of the child actors are white kids, and it's a lot of little white boys, and they mess with a lot of those white boys. You know, you have to wonder about Macaulay Culkin. Now, I do not believe that Michael Jackson ever touched him, and he says that he was never touched by Michael Jackson, and I believe him. But there were other people around him, and he's really weird these days. Whereas Emmanuel Lewis is very well adjusted. I think the last I heard, he had a studio, and he produces rap music. He's one of the few that is well adjusted, and probably nothing ever happened to him in the industry. But I also know that his parents were very involved, but he didn't have the same kind of parents, you know, acting crazy with him as Gary Coleman. He didn't have that same type of experience. Oh, Linda Blair. I don't know about Linda Blair because I heard some crazy stuff happen when they were filming that movie. I don't know about her. I mean, both she and Jodie Foster did movies that sexualized them as children. As I mean, remember Jodie Foster was in that Taxi Driver movie when she was like 13. She died. The girl from Poltergeist died. But they, but I heard that there was some stuff going on in her family. But she died. The one who played Carol Ann, she died. I'm sure yeah, all the scary movies that was on this weekend. Like my favorite one is the original Halloween, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and the original Friday the 13th. Yeah, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Now I do like the one where it was Freddy versus Jason. That movie was funny. I think wasn't Kelly Rowland in that one? I think Kelly Rowland was in that one. She was in one of those movies. But yeah, when Nightmare on Elm Street first came out, the first one, I had to watch that movie twice to figure out what the heck was going on. The first one. And then with Halloween, like they did the original one with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then they had this weird one. I think they came. They did they did Halloween 1 and then Halloween 2, and then they did some crazy one that had nothing to do with any of the original characters. And then they went back to the original thing. It was like in this one they had like they would watch something on TV. It was just something just totally weird. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid. Yeah, Freddy versus Jason. That was funny to me. Because out of all of the bad guys out of the three, Freddy was the one was the craziest one because he talked. Jason didn't talk, and neither did Michael Myers. Freddy talked smack, and he had the knives for fingers. So Freddy was the dude. But like with the Friday the 13th movies, I would say by the second or third one, they were very predictable because literally I could I forget the first one. I think by the second time that they had a body flying through the window, I said, "Okay, a body's gonna fly through the window." And we were watching the movie, and then a body flew through the window, and everybody in the theater started laughing because I said it loud. So that's the thing with the Friday the 13th movies. They started getting really, really predictable, and they started being really campy. So yeah, we were they you know the Freddy movies. I'd say that one weird one in the middle of them was, yeah, I think the Dreamcatcher one. Yeah, that one was the one that kind of lost folks, and then they came back with the original characters, and they had them come in it where they were playing between reality and fiction. Oh, you like Michael Myers? Because he would never die. And that was the crazy thing. You never saw Michael Myers without his mask on. You only knew what he looked like as a kid. That's the only thing. But the only thing you would see, I don't even think they would let you see his eyes in those masks that mask he would have on. Yeah, but Michael Myers was scary. But maybe that's because we were so much younger when Halloween first came out. You know. Let me see. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, you got to get a fire stick, Matt. Even the fire stick. What are the other things people have? People have like the shields. That's what I have because I have what do I have? The app Cody, and then like if you have a VPN, you can see stuff. The VPNs aren't that are real cheap to get to, but even without the VPN, if you have the Fire Stick, you can see a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Like we went out there looking for the original Porky because Amazon had the audacity to be charging to see it earlier this month. This weekend they finally released it and made it free. But we wanted to see it, so we went and found it, on the Kodi app and watched it. Now it's free on Amazon. I don't know how long it's going to be free on Amazon. But yeah, they were trying to charge for a movie as old as Porky. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not paying. I don't care how much it is. I don't care if it's I'm not paying $3.99 to see Porky. I'll go find. I'm sure I have it on a VHS somewhere around here. It's not that serious, and y'all know, DC. I still have a DVD slash um, what is this? Yeah, VHS player. Guys, wait 1 second. I'm gonna go on mute for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Give me the fan, David. Y'all, I'm flashing. I'm getting ready to fan myself. Thank you, sir. Your phone is on, sir. It's working. Mommy turns it back on. I think I'm going to have to, even though I was talking about upgrading my phone, I might have to get a new phone for my son because apparently his iPhone is not keeping a charge. However, I think that's simply because of some stuff that he has done to his phone and nobody knows how to undo. I haven't figured out how to undo it yet, but if I do figure out how to undo it, it may be the answer to what the freaking problem is. Because he has it like this thing just flashes around on his over all his apps like all the time, and I think it's what's draining his battery. But I don't know how to get it to stop. I need to go look it up. If you guys hear spanning, that's me spanning myself right now. because I'm flashing. I'm glowing. All right, let me see. I'm going to see if I can put the phone on the stand because I'm going to be coming on screen in a few minutes, and I want to be able to be hands-free, but I want you guys to be able to see me. All right, let's see. Not yet, son. I'll let you know. He's already ready to come over here, y'all. He's already ready to come over here. he's ready to come on screen. He woke up, y'all. David woke up. Oh, Pumpkinhead. Yeah, that one was crazy. I'm telling you, all those movies from back in the day. And even when they try to remake them, they can't really like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. We're done, okay? You can't remake them. You can't get somebody else to play Freddy. Nobody else can play Freddy, so those are done. They might be able to get somebody. They might be able to do new Jason and new Michael Myers ones, because they can probably get anybody to play those two. But yeah, Freddy is too distinctive. You know, we saw his burnt up, charred up face, and Robert Englund played that part too well. I mean, that's just like, even though we had many other 007s, when you first think of 007, James Bond, you think of Sean Connery. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. That man lived 90 years. That's a long life. But I'm still really sad about the fact that he's no longer here. Even though he has not been in a movie since the last movie he did was a flop. It was The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And I believe that was in 2003. So he had not done a movie in 15 years. And he had officially retired from doing movies in 2006. Yeah, you can tell I'm a Sean Connery fan. Sorry, not sorry. So he hadn't done any movies in a long, long time. He was just basically fed up with the movie industry. I guess because they weren't willing to give him like the role. Because think about it. By the time he got an Oscar, and I'm so glad he got an Oscar for Untouchable. When he got that Oscar for Untouchable, you guys, nobody else could have got that Oscar. That Oscar was his. But it was for Best Supporting Actor. He never got an Oscar when he was top billing in the movie. Never happened for him. And I mean, for me, like, I think about it, I'm just now really starting to do acting again. The last time I did acting with my son was a baby. So at the age that I'm at now, I'm basically gonna be playing mothers, aunties. I don't look old enough to be a grandmother, but I could be. But yeah, definitely, so So, and that's where he was in his career when he decided to stop. But I see that I've been on here for an hour, you guys, talking about everything, including politics. I'm going to let my son come on over here because, you know, he's ready. All right, come sit, son. Once you sit down, you sit down. Go ahead. You sit. You know, he wants to get on camera with you guys. All right, so let me turn on the camera. Let me sit back. Hey, guys.
Hey, Devin.
Say hi, everyone.
Everyone.
See, look what he got for his birthday. He got him a nice bracelet that has his name on it with the autism color.
Good. Okay.
Okay. Ah, I see you.
Okay.
That's my shirt he has on. It's one of my skating shirts that I'm wearing with the skate on it. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get off of here. Tomorrow's work day. Tomorrow's work day. Robert Zombie movies are crazy weird. Yep. Hey, JTV. Hi. Nice to see you come in the chat. We're getting ready to get off of here. But I thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me tonight. If you haven't voted and you are in the United States, don't forget to vote, y'all. I voted today. I did. I don't know what I did with my sticker. I did have it, but it's gone now. But if you follow me on IG, you will see that I posted a video right after I voted. Vote tomorrow. Don't wait till Tuesday, y'all. Okay? Anyway, in the meantime, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. Hey, Darren, we're getting out of here. You can watch the replay. I'll see y'all. I'm out. Peace.